Welcome to Living 757. Y'all, I'm loving the fact that the weather is getting nicer. I'm feeling so good today.
You know what?
And you look so
yes,
good,
you
girl.
We have noticed over the
Yes.
last couple of months, because I remember you telling us, guys, you know, I'm not eating that stuff that y'all eating. I'm eating my own thing. She was
Yeah.
just eating air. That's what she was doing. Just.
No. She's taking care of the
but
food
she's not
now.
eating the stuff that we were eating. But
No, not
tell us
anymore.
about your regimen, because we can
Yes,
see it.
we can see the difference. And people ask me already, like, Ashley's looking great. They go, yes, she does.
I mean, I've been working out 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
I've been limiting my food after dinner, so like no food after 7 p.m.
I feel that.
No carbs, no sugar, high protein.
Yeah.
Drinking a lot of water.
Healthy fats, drinking a lot of water. I drink a gallon of water a day.
Oh, so what's considered a healthy fat?
Avocado,
Gotcha.
walnuts,
Okay.
Fish.
Fish?
Yep.
Really?
Of course, fish.
Yeah, so that's
Actually
basically what
fish.
I mean.
Exactly.
I have been
Family
getting
has to
this
be
thing called
involved.
Contora for some like areas that I wasn't a huge fan of after Chloe.
Yeah.
But other than that, good old diet next
Well,
fat.
Why,
keep doing
hey,
what
girl,
you're
keep doing.
doing. Keep
Keep-
doing what you're doing because you look great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Show it.
Yes. A lot of things are showing, and like about I want to say maybe a couple of weeks ago. I know y'all didn't get a chance to see me show up and show out. I was at Chrysler Hall.
Yes.
I got a chance to perform there. My homegirl, the Queen of Comedy, some more. She was in town, and I've known her for about almost 20 years now, right? So she came in town, and I was literally in the audience, right, like in the crowd, and I'm just waiting to just go there and just to support. And before I knew it, I get a text, and it's like, hey, do you want to open up and do like 10
Oh my
minutes?
gosh.
And I'm like, and I'm looking at Brina, my wife, I'm like, hey, look, I'm about to go backstage. Like, they just asked me if I want to open up. So in front of, I think they had maybe 1,800 folks that was there
Wow,
that night.
kudos to you.
So yeah, I got on stage for 10 quick minutes and opened up for her and brought her to the stage, and it was just so cool. She is like the ultimate queen. She's the original queen of comedy, doing her thing all across the United States and all across the world.
Yeah.
So I am blessed to have that opportunity.
Yes,
thank you.
congrats.
Yes.
Now, quick question. When they just call you out of the blue and you are in the audience, and you're not prepared at all, when they call your name, like, how do you feel at that time? I would be like a shaken if
I'm
it's me.
gonna be completely honest. So fear for me, like, it really doesn't show on my face. I feel it because I'm human, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't have like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, you don't
I
get
wasn't
panic.
prepared. Like that turns into, hey, look, you gotta
Let's do it.
stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready, type of thing. And that's just how I've always been.
Yeah.
So luckily, it was a good set. I felt good about it. And shout out to you, the Queen of Comedy. She is definitely making history during Women's History Month as well.
That is right. You make a
I
history
love
because
that.
you're a professional. That's why you can handle it like that.
Yeah.
Now, you just said something. Yes, we continue celebrating Women History Month, and this time, guess what? We're gonna learn about something that I cannot learn until these days. She actually, Gertrude Ederle, she is the first woman that swim the English Channel. You know, I cannot swim for me. So
Right.
what she does for me is amazing. But she's the first one to swim the English Channel, and also she beat the men's records by 2 hours and a half. Can you believe that? She beat all the previous men's time swimming 35 miles and 14 hours and a half hours. Can you believe that? That is
Hold up.
amazing.
Hold up.
Okay. The English Channel is 21 miles across, right?
Yes.
And she beat the men's record by 2 hours?
Yes, 2 hours and a half actually. And she, you know, all the previous records that they have, they were meant. She's the first woman actually to do this.
How do you swim that far without like
know.
losing all your energy and sinking?
Yes. And another thing, she born in October, like me.
So she was born in October. She
Yes.
swam across the channel. Now,
Yep.
is it also true that she put a bunch of oil on her body?
Yes, she did. That's the second attempt because
Okay.
the first time she felt she was disqualified actually.
Okay.
Because they say the British press they say that you know she have a boat that follow her closely so they can provide food and
Yeah.
drinks. They say that they touch her. So for that reason, they disqualify her.
disqualified?
Yes, for the first time. So she come back the second time and she wins. And yes, she have a boat. And guess what, Ashley Fish? she have a boat with chicken legs,
Hold on.
apples and oranges because she needs to get feed during
No,
this.
chicken
Yes.
legs, no.
Hold on, tell me, so while she was swimming, now a lot of people don't know about this, but this one right here passed the lifeguard test, so you know how to swim. But can you imagine swimming 21 miles, but you got to stay, you got to keep nutrients inside your
Yes.
body. So how do you think she did that? Doing the backstroke while she was eating chicken?
No,
Or-
I mean, you gotta assume she was doing the backstroke. I don't know though, because even hearing 21 miles makes me feel like I would just sink
it's
and
a
die.
long way.
But yeah, I mean, I would think she was doing backstroke, or maybe she was taking a
She-
bite
she
and then
literally
chewing
had to-
as she
she's
was
go
like under the
swimming.
water. I don't
She
know.
had to stop, and the boat have to feed her,
Yeah.
and just she can barely touch them. She cannot
maybe
even
she-
touch the boat. They have to feed. I cannot
Maybe she was
imagine
doing the
14
side
hours
stroke.
doing that.
So the side stroke.
Like
Yeah.
like this, and then they were feeding her as she was.
I would
Nice.
be like,
I
throw
don't
me a
know.
chicken leg.
You know what? Either way, that is
Kudos
some
to her.
pretty cool
Yes,
things to
yes.
know that she was the first woman to swim the English Channel, and she beat the previous men's score by
Yes.
2.5 hours. Kudos to you.
And a bikini, because the first time she had a suit that it was kind of too heavy,
Yeah.
and that's not helping her also with timing.
She was the first woman to do it in a
The
bikini?
second time she come back in a bikini. I don't know if we have a picture to show her bikini, but I saw the bikini, very tiny for that time. And you know, people go in jail back in that time because you showing your legs.
She could have been on
So-
TikTok.
There you go. Kudos to her too.
love
Gertrude
it.
Ederle. Yeah, she's the first girl to swim the English Channel and also break the record, and she go ahead and do it in bikini. Yes, that's my
Breaking
girl.
records and doing it in style.
And history was
Yes.
definitely made, just like we're going to transition to a piece of history
Love
that's
that.
happening right here in the not in the 757, but
It is
just
in the 757.
I mean, it's technical. Well, it's in Williamsburg. So Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens is preparing to sell. Busch Gardens is not a part of the 7 cities.
Yes, it is.
You know what? Okay, I'm sorry. Anywho, Busch Gardens are getting ready to celebrate 50 years, a 50-year anniversary, and as they're getting rid of something. They're retiring something. It was
The
called
flying
the
machine.
flying machine. Now, have you ladies ever been on that? Because I
No.
have. And
I
it's
would
very,
be-
I have.
it's very misleading because it does start off slow and then it picks up and you be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have gotten on this thing. But for those of you that are familiar with the park, that was the one that was not too far from the battering ram. So
Flying machine.
yeah,
I think in
yeah,
Spanish they
but-
call it a different name, like something that is gonna kill your
Yeah.
head.
So that was in Italy by like the battering
Right.
ram, and every time I got off of it, I kind of stumbled off. Like I
Yeah.
need spaghetti now.
See, I lost
Maybe
my mind.
dizzy.
I lost my mind thinking that they were getting rid of the, I think it's called the Finnegan's fly. It's the one that does this.
No.
You know, just it does that.
What is that? Queen
What is
State?
that?
People don't
Finnegan-
do that on
it's
the.
No, it's the Finnegan's fly. It's the big one that it does. Please don't make me have to do this again. I just.
Oh my
it's-
God.
So you know,
You
I'm
look
sorry.
funny though.
I thought it was that one that they were getting rid of, but it wasn't. So guys, it's going to be gone this spring. But guys, get out there to Busch Gardens and enjoy yourself for the 50-year anniversary.
Yes,
Wow,
and
kudos to Busch Garden for 50 years.
And going from the northernmost part of the 7 cities in Williamsburg to their neighbor to the south, Newport News, former NFL player Antoine Bethea is teaming up with the city of Newport News to launch a non-profit community center. It's aiming to create MVPs both in sports and in life, and it is called the Safe Haven Empowerment Center. That's in the Denby section of Newport News, kind of near where I grew up. The kids that go there and take part in the programs have access to sports, to mental health care, to doctors and physicals, to dentistry, and there's even a satellite section of the food bank there. So this is a huge resource for the kids in Newport News. So thank you so much to Antoine Bethea. If you're watching this, we'd love to have you on to talk about it.
Yes.
Absolutely. You know, the 757 always represents so much, and there's so many cool things that is happening. But we got a really good show today,
Yes,
and I'm
we
super
do.
excited to get to this show. Aren't you, ladies?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Well, let's get to it.
I am. Read my lips when I say I'm hungry, and I'm excited because we get to hang out with the ladies from 757 Jerky.
Ooh, plus we find out where Patricia, which farm she's visiting next.
And who's ready for some soup?
Me!
Okay, there you go. But coming up next, it's time for TikTok Takeover. So don't go anywhere. We just started.
TikTok.
TikTok Takeover.